definitely revised the creature entered the area quite a bit. So notice, we made a tree house. The tree house is in a tree. The tree house is nice. It has windows and a door. Well, we can remember tip number 1, add details. So do you have any other questions about the tree house?
Was the tree house big?
Is the tree house big? Very good. So size would definitely be a good question. Size. Anything else?
Do you have clean?
Sorry?
Was the tree house clean?
Clean. Okay, so cleanliness. Very good. I can add smell. What did it smell like? Sound like? Look, feel, taste. Okay, so the senses. Great. Any other questions we might ask about the treehouse?
I don't know.
Raleigh.
Do you have food?
Does it have food? Yeah. Nice. Okay, so if it did, we could use taste. So these are all some questions we could ask. Size, cleanliness, smell, sound, look, feel, taste. Is there food? Okay, so in answering those questions, we can get more specific. So our revised passage. Is the treehouse big? Let's think about, is the treehouse big? Would anybody like to tell me, is the treehouse big? Use your imagination.
Raleigh.
Yes.
Okay, so it's big. So we can maybe think of another word for big, a synonym. So what are some other words for big?
Huge.
Huge, okay. The treehouse is huge. Even a giraffe. It's as tall as a giraffe. It's a giraffe and wider than an elephant. Okay, so elephants are pretty wide. The treehouse is huge. It's as tall as a giraffe and wider than an elephant. So that answers size. What about cleanliness? Is it a clean treehouse? Is it kind of dirty?
What do you think, Kirsten?
Clean.
Okay, it's sparkling clean. The windows glisten with the fresh scent of lemon all-purpose window wipe. Don't need the all-purpose. Okay, the treehouse is huge. It's as tall as a giraffe and wider than an elephant. It's sparkling clean. The windows glisten with the fresh scent of lemon window wipes. Okay. Any other details we could add? So we answered cleanliness, and we could maybe expand on what does it look like. What's the color of the tree house?
Thank you.
What's the color of the tree house?
Okay, so let's come up with some colors.
Maria.
Blue. Okay, very nice. So we can add some blue. Are there any other colors we can add to that? So maybe the walls are sky blue with painted clouds, maybe. So we could have like a little kind of sky on the walls. The walls are sky blue with painted clouds, and the door is, what color is the door?
Red.
Blue. Okay, is a darker shade. Maybe it's more like indigo. Very nice. Now what about inside? Is there food? And if so, what does it taste like?
What is that?
Food is good.
I'm sorry?
Describe it. Cameron.
The food is yummy.
The food is yummy? Okay, so what kind of food? Is there a meatloaf? Is there popcorn? Is there pizza? Is there a roast chicken? Is there a lasagna? or some ravioli.
There's the big juicy.
There's a big juicy pizza. Okay. Visitors are drawn into the treehouse by the smell of a big juicy pizza. It's the best combo ever. It has pepperoni, cheese, veggies, and pineapple all in one. Okay, so it tastes good and we know it's pretty big and it has a big combo. So we can look at how much we've gotten here and how much more descriptive it is compared to the original, right? So the original is we made a treehouse, the treehouse is in a tree, the treehouse is nice, there's windows and a door. Well, that's kind of obvious. Now when we expand on that and answer our questions, we get this. The treehouse is huge. It's as tall as a giraffe and wider than an elephant. It's sparkling clean. The windows glisten with the fresh scent of lemon window wipes. The walls are sky blue with painted clouds and the door is a darker shade of blue. Visitors are drawn into the treehouse by the smell of the big juicy pizza. It's the best combo ever. It has pepperoni, cheese, veggies, and pineapple all in one. So we describe a lot of things. We not only describe the treehouse and how big it is, we describe the color, what's inside, and the food and how it tastes like, right? So you can do a whole lot with descriptive words and descriptive language. Now it's your turn. We better do this pretty quickly, but choose one of the sentences below and rewrite descriptively. So you can do either my castle is big or my spaceship is cool. So decide. You have paper with you, right? Okay, I see paper. Great. So now choose one of these to expand on, to add descriptive words to. My castle is big or my spaceship is cool. So don't just go like, well, my castle is big and it has lots of stuff. Talk about what's inside your castle. What does it smell like? What does it sound like? What does it look like? So I want you to include at least two of the senses. So remember the senses: sound, smell, look, feel, taste. Okay, so use at least two senses when you're describing your castle or your spaceship. So decide, what's your spaceship made of? What's your castle made of? What's inside? You can think about all the things that you really want for your birthday and put them inside here. And be sure to talk about either what it sounds and smells like, or looks and feels like, or what it tastes like. Include at least two of the senses. Okay, so is there anything that's not clear? Okay, great. Then you can get started writing about either your castle or your spaceship, and then I'll be checking in and we can share our work.